Hi guys, in this video we'll discuss the 7 trends that we see as most important for 2012 online debates and, well, general creativity. It's been a 2-week lull in video production, which is due mainly to the fact that I've moved into a new flat. We will be producing more dialogues, both English and Danish. We'll be testing some more free software for editing and production, and we'll be doing more experimentation with cross-genre material, as we have been throughout 2011. I've also been working on some local workshops and courses, mainly concerning transitional and more open organization models. The 7 key trends for 2012. Internet freedom is number 1. There's so much debate and discussion and discourse on this already. Many excellent suggestions of how we can protect and promote what internet freedom we now have. Our main suggestion, our focus, and we'll be producing examples of this, are portable web pages that you can download with the click of a button, not only all the information contained within a web page, but also the structure of it, that you can then share and broadcast. Second trend is alternative economies. We'll be focusing on awareness raising of this issue. But it's not just words and discourse, it's also action. If you think about your personal gifts, how you share resources with your network, and simple barter, you prepare yourself and others for the alternative economies to come. Ultimately, what we'll be heading toward is social currency. The fact that your time is your resource, and the things that you can do with your time that no one else can, because hey, you're one unique, dynamic information field. Third trend is gender roles. This is probably the most underreported international fault line. It's fairly tricky to consider moving beyond genderized, sexually genderized identity. But if you can even consider that concept, just think about how many aspects of your life would be different. How many ways in which you spend your time wouldn't exist if you weren't part of the whole sexualized gender discourse and patterns of behavior. Alright. The fourth trend is constructive communication. This is basically about open ID being a simple citizen responsibility. Boo! Wearing any mask should really be about taking it off, moving beyond the need for anonymity. If we accept that there's no real privacy on the internet to begin with, that someone will always have access to your information, and probably in the world we live in, anyone with enough money could pay for access to that information. The only way to render that data a non-viable entity on the market would be to make it as open and accessible as possible, that is, to share it yourself. The fifth trend will be playing and designing games with and for future children. Gamification is really about citizen agency or user agency. You play a role in how the information market within any structure that is gamified develops. Without gamification, you have hierarchical top-down control. With gamification, you are automatically a player and an agent within the information economy. And whether or not you recognize this consciously or not, it makes it a lot more interesting to be part of it. The sixth trend is that opportunities for innovation, creativity and attention will be the new hyper-currency for talents. As Dr. Rushkoff says, program or be programmed. Essentially, access to being a programmer will matter more and more compared to the size of your paycheck. The seventh, probably most important trend will be Singularity Discourse. Basically, more people will realize that tech is neutral with regards to humanism. Technology being invented and proposed which can be used to clean up the physical environment on a large scale, if we can manage to create a political environment that can allow this to happen. The key factor here being, as always, that information wants to be free. The main point I'm trying to make here is that we may have to reinvent humanity through technology. Just picture the fact that we are biological hardware and running different kinds of software, and societies we have now, a lot of the software that is run most of the time is systemic, is functionalistic, has humans behave much like robots. because they spend time in ways where creativity and innovation and dynamic information to exchange is not required and is suppressed. 3 trends not on this list, which we probably won't be discussing much because they're disempowering, but you can hear all about in other media. Wars, natural disasters, and the end of the world. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.